I'm not crying. I'm not emotional. I am actually a little bit. It's May, and that means Tulip Festival. It means green grass. It means flowers blooming. It means Orange City coming together to put on a festival for the town and our guests, and I couldn't be more excited. And actually right now I am in Pella with the Orange City Tulip Corps, and we are showing the girls what Pella's Tulip Time is like, and they're meeting the Pella Tulip Corps and just experiencing a whole different kind of Tulip Festival than what they've been used to as they've grown up. I don't know why I'm nervous about this. It's not a big deal, but what I'm going to do today is compare Tulip Time to Tulip Festival. So we've got Tulip Time, which is in Pella in the first weekend in May, and we've got Tulip Festival, which is in Orange City on the third weekend in May. And so I feel pretty lucky. I have grown up in Orange City my entire life. I've experienced almost every Tulip Festival that I've been alive. I've been here. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to ask my mom and dad about that. But I also have experienced quite a few Tulip Times in Pella. So I went when I was in the Tulip Corps. I actually lived in Oskaloosa for 4 years. And so for those 4 years, I went to Tulip Time in Pella and experienced that whole thing for a longer period of time and got to see like the lead up to Tulip Time and all the stuff. And I knew what happened in Orange City, but it was really cool to see what happens in Pella and then to like actually get a good grasp of what's different and what's the same. And ultimately, they're the same in the fact that both festivals are celebrating Dutch heritage. I know more of the history of Orange City than I do of Pella, but that's not really what we're talking about. I really just want to talk about the differences between Tulip Time and Tulip Festival. So, number one, the names are a little bit different. People will interchange the names. I hear lots of Orange City people call Tulip Festival Tulip Time and Tulip Time Tulip Festival. Is it a big deal? No, it's not. There are different names, okay? If you've been to Tulip Time in Pella, you'll know that way more people. It's a bigger festival. It really is. You're really close to Des Moines. You're close to Cedar Falls and Cedar Rapids and all these bigger cities that are going to draw a lot more tourists, okay? So number one, Tulip Time is just bigger. It's just what it is. I've been like almost claustrophobic on Saturdays in Pella walking down streets and sidewalks, and it's just, there's so many people and it's really, really cool. Whereas in Orange City, it's a little bit smaller. Actually, our last festival was crazy. So many people came, record number of people. So awesome to witness that and to just see the people that came and like were excited to come to Orange City and celebrate Tulip Festival with us. And I think it had a lot to do with it being the first one after COVID, and people were just ready to celebrate. And so it was busy, but we don't get as many people as Tulip Time does in Pella. It just is what it is. Another thing that is the same, we have Dutch food in both towns. So there's a lot of the same types of food like puffer cheese and stroopwafels, pigs in the blanket or sausage. Pella has a few other different options for food. They have like a famous Tulip Time burger, which has like bologna on it and a burger and an egg maybe if you want it. I don't know. I've never had it, but it looks really good. They also have my favorite food, which is a Dutch Delight. A Dutch Delight is an almond bar. There's like this custard underneath it, almond bar. Then there's whipped cream and chocolate and strawberries. I love anything almond, and so that's my favorite thing. And Orange City also has a lot of those things. However, we have almond patties, whereas Pella has Dutch letters, kind of different things, kind of the same, but different. The Dutch love almond, I guess, almond paste and almond flavoring. At both Pella and Orange City, we have parades. So in Pella, they have an afternoon parade and then also a night parade. And their night parade has lit up floats, and the marching bands wear fun, like glow sticks and lots of things. That's really fun to watch. Whereas in Orange City, we have an afternoon parade and an evening parade. There is no lighted parade, but ours is just in the evening. Both parades have marching bands and there's floats. There's also lots of authentic Dutch costumes. In Pella, there is the Schulte House, which is a historic home that you can tour, and behind the Schulte House is tons of tulips, beautiful gardens to walk through. In Orange City, we have the Century Home, which is also a historic building, maintained and set up like it would have been back in the day. You can also tour it, and then there's tons of tulips also in our park. I don't think you understand. I could talk about the Tulip Festival forever. I love it so much. It's been really fun to, when I lived in southeastern Iowa, to go to Pella's every year for 4 years and wear my costume, and then a couple weeks later come back to Orange City and celebrate Orange City's Tulip Festival. I could talk about it forever. If you haven't experienced Pella's Tulip Time, you absolutely must. And if you have not experienced Orange City's Tulip Festival, you absolutely must. Both of them have similar vibes and similar purposes in the point of having these festivals, but they both have very different feels to them and different things happening, and no festival is better than the other. I'm partial to Orange City, but I also love going to Pella. So I'm so stoked that I'm here today in Pella with the Tulip Court exploring, and I cannot wait for 2 more weeks when we get to experience, was it 2 weeks? When we get to celebrate Tulip Festival in Orange City. And if you have any questions or have other things that you just love about Pella or about Orange City or about both, drop them in the comments. I don't know. I don't even know how to end this because it's just, I've been talking for 13 minutes now, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of what both Pella Tulip Time and Orange City Tulip Festival have to offer. So I'll end it by just saying, you ain't much if you ain't Dutch, but you're in luck because everyone's Dutch at the Tulip Festival. That's all I have to say. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.